hard to believe that we are already on our third week of our Durham Creative Care sessions. My name is Kathy, and if you are just joining us, we are going to head and letting people call in, sign on to their computers, and get situated. But we're glad you're here. The group keeps growing every week. I think we're going to have about 40 this morning. So welcome. Please let us know where you're from. My name is Kathy. I'm the moderator for our Thursday morning Durham Creative Care sessions. And we are just so excited to have everybody joining us wherever you're from. While you're getting situated, go ahead and find a pen or a marker and something to write on, because you'll want to use that here in a few minutes. But wow, Thursday morning Durham Creative Care session we're getting rolling. So what I'm going to do is turn this over to Sarah, who is our facilitator this morning, and welcome, Laura. It's nice to have you here from Charlotte. So Sarah, thanks so much. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Hi, Laura. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a very short little session of creative care on this lovely Thursday. This is being brought to you by Time Slips. For those of you just arriving, welcome. You see a lot of folks coming in. We're asking folks to say hello if you're on Zoom in our chat function. Let us know where you're calling from. This creative care session is brought to you by Time Slips and Dementia Inclusive Durham. Together, we are aiming to enhance the well-being of people living with dementia and adults living with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Today's session, these very short sessions are ideal for caregivers and their care partners at home or in care settings. But we design them to be accessible for people with a range of cognitive or physical challenges. And we encourage you to adjust what you need to do today, however you need to be comfortable. Again, I'm Sarah Wilbur, and I'm a Time Slips facilitator, broadcasting today from my living room in downtown Durham, North Carolina. I am seeing a bunch of people clocking in. Welcome, welcome. I'm Sarah. I'm also a dancer and a choreographer, and I've been dancing, telling stories, and making movement worlds with folks from all kinds of backgrounds for a very long time. It is a pleasure to lead you all in some creative care today, and it's wonderful to see people logging in and joining our engagement activity. Celia from Durham and from Milwaukee, welcome everyone. So I will remind you, I am Sarah and I'm guiding us today. Our goal is to let our creativity help us relax and just enjoy the moment, and to feel connected to others by sharing our experiences or sharing our answers to a question that inspires imagination. So here is what we're all going to do today. I will first introduce the framework for our session. Then I will ask a beautiful question. Next, I'm going to guide you through 3 ways to explore that question using our imaginations. Throughout the process, I'm going to share out responses if people choose to share them. And at the end, I will thank you and we will say goodbye until next time. So here's how we roll today. For those who are just joining us, Kathy mentioned, all you'll really need is a pen or a marker and maybe a piece of paper. So go ahead and grab those now if you don't have them with you already. Now, if you can't find pen and paper, you can certainly go without. I just grabbed a piece right before we started. It happens to be the back of my utility bill, and I have a pink marker right here. So during this session, we'll possibly be writing things down. What we're also going to do during the session is encourage you to shift away from the pressure and expectation of memory. Let's move together toward imagination and build on the strengths of expression that we all have in our imagination. What this means is that there are truly no wrong answers. We are inviting each other into meaning making, which is a joyful and a generative process. Creative care. So we believe everyone is creative, and creativity is just an innate human trait. If you can breathe, you can create. And for me, since I work in dance, I want to add that if you are breathing, you are already moving, which means you're basically already always dancing all the time. So just don't let anyone ever tell you differently. You're a dancer. Good. Agreed. Now, so these weekly sessions we're doing are part of a larger project here in Durham. And we are interested in your responses and in shaping them into a communal project that we'll share out in about a year from now. If you want to share your responses today, I see people are checking in and sharing where they're from, please do. And you can do that in 3 different ways. If you're on Zoom, you can use the chat feature, as many of you are already. But if you're not on Zoom, you can send us an email right at this address, info, I-N-F-O, @timeslips.org, or else you can call us by phone. We have a designated line, and you can leave a recording of any responses that you choose to share from today. I'll give you that designated number. You can call 1-800-220-1822, extension 1. For any of you who choose to share, please tell us where you live. We love that. And you don't have to leave your name, but for those people who do leave names, we will only use your first name if we choose to share the responses publicly. All right, those are the logistics. Now we are ready for our moment of creative care. Let's start very simply. Just find yourself in your seats. We're just gonna take a breath together. Just take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. One more for good measure. Inhale up and exhale out. Now, as you continue breathing, just breathe at whatever pace is comfortable for you. And I'm going to invite you to take your hand and rest one or maybe both of your hands right on your chest, anywhere that's comfortable for you. Now I want you to inhale and exhale at your own pace. And as you breathe, I want you to notice all of the tiny movement that's happening inside of your body. Inhale, exhale. The movement might be very, very small, but it's still happening. When you breathe, inhale up, your body is rising and falling ever so slightly. As you breathe, you might notice your rib cage expands like a balloon on the inhale, and then settles back down as you let the air out. You can rest your hands at your sides. Our breathing dance is very small, but I think it is also very mighty. I think breathing is the dance of life. And I'm just asking you to notice that there's movement happening in your body as we breathe. And this noticing can be very calming. Another thing I love to try to notice, especially now during social distancing, is that we're never alone in this movement. That right now, at this moment, there are 24 people on Zoom at least who are breathing together right on this call. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. And I want to thank all of you for being here. All right, it is time for today's beautiful question. Are you ready? Here it is. Our beautiful question for the week. What moves you? What moves you? Now is the time I would love for you to collect your pen and your piece of paper, if you have it. And you're going to start to write down whatever words come to mind when you hear the question, what moves you? Go ahead and do that now. You might imagine something that you see in the world. When you see it, it gives you a sensation of physical or an emotional stirring. You might also think maybe there's someone you know who just makes you smile and feel great. You could also choose a song or a sound that moves you, something that when you hear it, it lifts your spirits. Or else you might even imagine something that smells or that tastes delicious, There are no wrong answers to this question. And you can write down as many answers as you like. I'm going to use my big pink marker now to write down what moves me, what gives me a sensation of physical or emotional stirring in the best way. And when I do this, I wish I could see everyone's faces, because when I do this, I can't do it without smiling really big. So that's just me. As you're writing, I'm going to move us on to the next step here in our creative care. You can keep your pen nearby, and you can keep thinking of your answers to the question, what moves you? What we're going to do next is use our ideas to complete a short 4-line poem that celebrates each and everything that moves each and every one of us. Here's how this works. I'm going to read a line of poetry to you slowly. Now, if you're on Zoom, you can see these lines on the screen, but for those on the phone, I'll read these lines slowly, and you will choose an answer to each line that completes the sentence. Then we're going to repeat the line again out loud together, using our own ideas at the end to fill in the blanks. So this is easier done than said. So we're going to try it by doing it. But at any time as we build our poem, I'd invite you to share your lines of poetry in our chat box. And I'm going to do my best to read these shared lines out loud. Ready to try? Okay. So the first line of the poem is easy. The first line reads, "What moves me is." Here is where you choose any answer, anything you want to complete the sentence. What moves me is fill in the blank. You have an answer ready? Good. So we're going to repeat the line now out loud, using our own answers to fill in the blank. What moves me? And ready? Go. What moves me is music. Let's repeat that one more time. What moves me is, oh, someone said spirit, love, nature, fresh baked cookies. I think this is working because that's 4 answers. Great. This is fantastic. Okay, that's line 1 of our poem. Now line 2 is a little different. Line 2 reads, what brings me joy is. Now what words come to mind for you? What brings me joy is, and you choose anything you can imagine that brings you joy to complete the sentence. You have an answer ready? Let's read it out loud. Ready? What brings me joy is my boys playing with their crazy puppy. That's what Anne shared. What brings me joy is loud laughter and a good joke. I love these. What brings me joy is laughing with my family. These are brilliant. Everyone's sharing in the chat right now. What brings me joy are hugs. What brings me joy are doing things that help other people. Yes. Oh my gosh. We're going to move on to line 3, but keep being joyful. Okay. Line number 3. I think you're getting the hang of this. What fills me with wonder is fill in the blank. Choose something that inspires wonder to you. Now let's repeat this line out loud. What fills me with wonder is hearing kids play in the park. What fills me with wonder is the ocean. What fills me with wonder is looking up at the night sky filled with stars. These are so great. What fills me with wonder is that my mother is 95 years old. Yes, hallelujah. I love these so much. Keep them coming. Okay, I know we have time to look at here, so I'm going to ask us to fill in one more last line, but please keep sharing. Our last line of the poem, line 4, reads, I am grateful for fill in the blank. What words come to mind? What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for watching children learning something for the first time. Jim, I love that so much. I am grateful for breakfast tacos. That's mine, pink marker. They're delicious and they make me feel good. So I put them down. I am grateful. People are sharing in the chat. I am grateful for slowing down. Yes, Robert. Kathy is grateful for fresh ice cream. Lisa is grateful for her healthy family. Robert is grateful for his spouse. I agree. One more from Jim. Jim is grateful for a safe place to live in these challenging times. Yes, these are brilliant. I mean, everyone who's sharing ideas, please keep sharing them because we'll archiving these and they're so wonderful. For those who can't share on Zoom but want to share later, please do so via email or voicemail. We're going to throw that information up at the end. We cannot wait to hear more. These are so terrific. Leah is grateful for love and safety. Lots of people are grateful for strawberries. 'Tis the season. I love this so much. All right. As we start to draw today's creative care session to a close, I want to ask everyone just to return to where we started, to the simple breathing that we did at the start. You might want to place that hand again back on your chest. As we now start to breathe, take some more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. See how you might have changed a little inside. You might once again feel your chest rising as you inhale and falling as you exhale. Maybe your heart's beating a little faster. Maybe you have a few goosebumps on the back of your neck. That kind of physical stirring. Just notice your sensation. Now breathe at the pace that you feel most comfortable with and feel what it's like being moved physically and also emotionally by being together. As you breathe, I invite you to sense the community that we're creating right here in this moment. It makes me feel very lucky. As we breathe, I invite you to imagine that we are just one big, beautiful chorus of beating hearts. Hearts rising and falling, people being moved. I love this dance so much. It's actually very emotionally moving to me. To imagine how people we can't see are still with us and the people we can't see can still move and move through us. Take those nice deep exhales. Know that others are here with you in this moment, moving and being moved. This brings me some comfort. Our goal today has been to encounter something that truly moves us and to notice how this encounter changes us on the inside. You can let your hands rest. We're going to do one last experiment though. This is truly an experiment. So as we keep breathing at your own pace, sensing all of the physical and emotional movement we've shared, I'm going to ask Kathy, who's our moderator today, to go ahead and unmute the sound on our participants. And I want us to breathe in and out and to just try to make a little sound. When you inhale in. And if you're ready, I'd like you to add a little ah when you exhale. And we're going to do this together. Just a little sound on the exhale to let us know that you're here. I'll demonstrate once. So the inhale is just a regular old, and our exhale, we just add a little voice to it. Kathy, can you try opening the sound? We'll see if we can hear each other while we're here sharing. All set? Okay. Everybody, deep breath in and exhale out. Ha. Can we hear it? Let's try one more. Inhale up. Exhale, ah. I'm pretending I can hear it. Maybe it doesn't work on Zoom. I love that dance anyway. I love that it taught us things. All right, I'm gonna ask Kathy to turn off the sound once more. We are trying. Yes, I've got some ahs in the chat. Add your ah in the chat. As we finish today, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a couple images on the screen of people who've joined us in projects, dancing and moving and breathing together. This first image, if you can't see it, is 5 women who are performing movements that inspire wonder. One of them is peering down from someplace high up. Another one is clutching her heart in gratitude. Another one is celebrating, reaching both of her arms up to the sky and her face is open wide. The second photo features about 50 different people holding hands and walking in a circle together, sharing rhythm. And this last photo features a beautiful older woman in the middle of a big bellied laugh. She's caught laughing and she's surrounded by a group of younger people who are looking at her and joining in her laughter, as if she just did something victorious. Whatever she did was just a celebration. These are the kinds of victories that we think can happen when we choose to breathe and move and share things that are meaningful to us. As you find calm, maybe after this session is over, we encourage you to keep sharing with us anything that came up today that you'd like. And we want to thank you for being here for this beautiful dance. It's already always in motion. It's time for us to bring this to a close. I'm looking at the clock. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you feel the gratitude that I feel for everybody showing up and paying attention to our beautiful dance. You can share your messages again with us via chat, or you can email us. Maybe share some words you came up with, or some photos even, at info@timeslips.org. Or one more time, you can call us, leave a voicemail. Here's that number again, 1-800-220-1822, extension 1. And that's our time for today. We hope to join you again next week, and we really appreciate you. So we're going to see you again soon and continue our dance. Thank you, everybody.